Alright, I'm at one of my Firestones and I just got this pad. Well, this tool too. The Stork. If any of you's logged onto that video, some of you already know. But when you get these pads, here's what you gotta do. I told y'all I was gonna share as I go along. I mean, I don't know any other channel that does this. So I hope some of you who are trying to learn appreciate it, because I'm saving y'all time. I'm saving y'all steps. If I run into problems, and if you're an avid watcher, it's going to save you a whole heap of trouble if you plan on going the Wagtail way, the ways of the Wagtail. Now, when you get these pads, if you get the tool with the one glide on there, the one strip on there, the one pass, he's made improvements. He stitched it down the center, as I explained to you guys before. Brian told me that he more or less did it to make sure the pad stays put. And when you think about it, it makes sense. But I didn't think about it at the time. But when he expressed that to me, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But if you take a look here, here's where you're going to run into problems. All right, so I suggest you get refills. Right here, you see? It's already starting to come up from the blue thing. The only reason why it's not flapping in the wind is because that stitch down the center. Because if that stitch wasn't down the center, this would have been coming off already. So what you got to do now, see, the sponges are still in good shape. So I'm going to tell you a little trick to keep that from flapping in the wind. Let this sucker dry out, right? You take that glue I showed y'all, the ones that I made my own strips, the clone strips. You take that glue, let this dry first, and then you just mash that down. Get a couple of clamps, clothespins, or what, even clothespins would work. And make sure there's even adequate amount of pressure wherever it's coming up at, so you can reseal that. This will give that thing a nice tight seal. And it's actually a permanent glue, which is washable, and it has flex to it. So that's what you want. So that's another little small super quick tip. I'm sharing things as I go along, baby. All these things is good things, man. Things that's going to save you time. No one's going to just share stuff as they go along. They're going to write a list down, but no one can remember everything. But when you have somebody like me that's sharing as I go along, you get fresh input all the time. You know what I mean? Probably more frequent than most, because I upload like a madman. I mean, I have uploaded much more than this. I slowed down a lot, man. I caught hell from some people, man. Imagine that, right? I'm trying to share, right? And you got people complaining I upload too much. They can't keep up. That ain't my problem. I put the info out there. You sift through it, and you dig through, and you discard what you don't want. You throw away what you don't need. That doesn't mean throw my video away, and that also doesn't mean put the thumbs down, throw away either. What I mean by that is you just don't watch the videos that really don't pertain to what you currently need right about now. Everybody needs something, and sometimes people go towards videos to search for these things. And they might watch a video or two, and they could use a handy tip that they never even thought of, or they never even think that they might need in the future. You have these tips in the back of your mind. When that situation comes, you'll be glad that you had that little tip under your belt. But this is Masters at Wagtail, And I'll see you in the next one. Remember, buy extra strips. And when they go, if the sponge is still in good shape, don't put a new one on. You can reuse this if it starts coming up. Like I said, get that glue, because I got a feeling that's the only glue that you'll get on easier with than any other glue, because it's made specifically for fabrics, materials, and it's permanent. So, it's a wise decision. Do what you want. I gave you the information. I'm out of here. Macafrackalacka. Peace, peace, peace.